Yeah, yeah. Good evening, all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes in different technologies like Java, Python, Big Data, Hadoop, Spark, and this as a data engineer. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Anyone, please try to confirm whether my voice is clear or not. Is my voice clear? Whether the screen visible or not? Yes. Fine. Thank you. Who is a data engineer?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Data engineer role. Data engineer roles and responsibilities. What is Google Cloud Platform? Sorry. Various GCP data engineer products or services. Job market of GCP. Fine. So we're discussing on a cloud environment. So how a data engineer is different is from a typical ETL developer. If you go back like 10 to 15 years back, there is no concept of data engineer. We used to have ETL developer. How an ETL developer different from a data engineer? Before that, I want to just discuss why we go for cloud and what is the advantage of this cloud. What are the various cloud providers and why we choose only GCP? What advantage of GCP over the other cloud environments? Okay. Advantages of cloud. Okay, generally previously we used to go with on premises. Everything we are going to create clusters, interconnected clusters, right? And we used to work on that, where distributed computation is going to happen, parallel processing is going to happen. Now why we are going for cloud environment? So what advantages of cloud over on premises? On premise, if you talk about on premises, everything you are supposed to do, right? Everything you need to perform by yourself, right? We need to first, for example, we need to set up our own hardware infrastructure. We need to set up our own hardware. On top of that, OS installation. Yes. And purchasing of database license. Hmm. Designing database objects. Designing database objects. And okay, you're performing all this, but to maintain all this, we require separate teams. Yes. To maintain all this, we require separate teams. Yes. Like a hardware team. Hardware team is required. Operating system team is required. Networking team is required if you want the systems to be interconnected, right? Networking team. Security team. Database administrators. Yes. But if you come to this cloud, but here everything in the cloud premises, everything in the cloud premises, right? Yes. We no need to maintain anything. We no need to maintain. We no need to maintain all this. Means here you no need to maintain no need to maintain any infrastructure, no need to maintain any infrastructure, right? You no need to maintain any licenses. Here, everything in the cloud. Yes. So, okay, everything in the cloud. Okay, we have got a various cloud service providers. Various, if you talk about the various cloud service providers. Cloud service providers. We have got AWS, Azure, GCP, Oracle Cloud, Salesforce, VMware, Liquid Web, Alibaba Cloud, Rackspace, DigitalOcean. Okay, these are the various cloud service providers. But if you talk most, just a second. Okay. Various cloud service providers, AWS, Azure, GCP. Is my voice audible now? Can anyone please confirm once again? Right. Fine. Anyone, please confirm me once again. Is my voice audible and clear?
Yes, it is.
Fine. Yes, 1 second. Yeah. So various cloud service providers, AWS, Azure, GCP, VMware, Liquid Web, Alibaba, Cloud Rackspace, and Digital. Yes. Out of this, most companies are preferring GCP, Azure, AWS. Most companies are preferring GCP, Azure, and AWS. So if you talk GCP, you may ask, okay, GCP is increasing rapidly. So GCP, okay, okay. Uh, why GCP? You may ask why GCP as compared with why GCP as compared with Azure, AWS. What is the advantage you see right here? Okay. I was talking that GCP growth is increasing rapidly. So the companies are migrating towards GCP. So GCP, Google uses some infrastructure for the users. So just like in YouTube, for YouTube videos, for Gmail messages, for Google search engines, right? The same infrastructure Google uses for the users, right, for storing this data and processing it. In the same way, I was talking like same infrastructure for storing data and for computation. Here we store data. Here we retrieve or read data. We retrieve or read data. We perform data analysis. Or we perform data analytics. We see high availability. We see high availability of data. High availability means data stored in different places. High availability means data stored in different places. If one server is down, we get data from other servers. Data is safe and secure. Data is safe and secure. Like Gmail. Easy to scale. Excuse me. We can increase or decrease as per our requirement. GCP offers, right, wide scope of applications to run like web applications, data analytics, machine learning, right? GCP is flexible. GCP is flexible. Means it can fit to any level of organization, big, small, right? Or large or small data. So if we talk GCP versus, okay, otherwise simply why to choose GCP? You may ask why I need to go for GCP, why not Azure or AWS? Means data engineer, AWS data engineer, GCP data engineer, Azure data engineer are there, right? Why I need to go with why to choose GCP? Why to choose GCP, right? Yes. 1 second. Okay. Fastest, I can say fastest, biggest network in the world. What is it? Fastest, biggest network in the world. Google has got the data centers throughout the world. They use high-end virtual machines. And secondly, petabyte bandwidth, high performance, separation of compute, and storage. See, every individual VM will have its own separate RAM and data storage. Each cluster will have n number of nodes. Means n number of nodes we can store data. If data stored in single node, if it gets crashed, then data is not. So in GCP, if one copy is stored in one machine, other copies are stored across multiple machines. We have got high availability. I mean, here from different data centers, we can retrieve the data. And even if we see flexible pricing, right? So GCP as compared with AWS and Azure, right? A discounted price is for long running workloads, like for 5 years or 10 years, right? A discounted price for long running workloads. And even you can see some kind of customization customization, right? Wide range of customizations for any kind of instances. We create many instances, right, within the cloud. For a particular instance, we can customize depending upon our requirement. If you want, for a particular instance, I want only 1 petabyte of storage. In that way, you can customize, and even like scalability. Easy to scale means nothing but scaling means what? Capacity increasing or the capacity decreasing. If you want to increase or decrease. Live migration. Live migration, right? Supports live migration of virtual machines. Whatever existing system we have, for example, you store data in Hadoop, you can lively migrate to GCP without impacting the existing data. But Azure and AWS cannot perform this. And even if you talk big data, EML, we got many inbuilt predefined ML, machine learning, and AI APIs in GCP, right? If we talk like free trials. See here, free trials, it is providing a life. Some services are free for lifetime. Some services are free for 1 year. Some services are free for 3 months. And customer systems migration. Existing data migration to GCP. Example like Twitter, Vodafone, HSBC, Spotify, etc. All like migrating towards GCP. Okay. And if you ask, if you go back like 15 years, 10 years, or 15 years back, there is no concept of data engineer. What is a, we used to say ETL developers. So data engineer, he has got a lot of responsibility as compared with ETL developer, right? So generally data engineering involves, hmm. So here, everything deals with the data here. Everything deals with the data. Data has got experience. We are saying the word data engineer. Everything deals with the data. Data has got experience. Data has got future reference. Using data only, we perform the things, right? Yes. So data, what are the things involved? Data engineering involves generally like handling data, ingesting data, or extracting, you can say, or storing. Yes. Handling data, ingesting data, filtering data, transforming data, processing data, handling data, ingesting data, filtering data, transforming data, processing data, merging data, or if you talk like sorting data or grouping. So how to extract data? How to extract data? What are the sources of the data? How to process data? How to extract data? What are the sources of the data? How to process data? What is the destination of the data? Mm. Generally, a data engineer, A data engineer designs, designs and maintains an organization's entire data infrastructure. A data engineer designs and maintains an organization's data infrastructure. Data engineers, with the help of cloud services, they work on the data and make it structured and useful. Data engineers responsible for smooth data flow from the source to the destination. Yes. So generally people ask, data engineering is different from this data scientist or data analyst. So if you say like data scientist, in a simple word, I say data scientist strategizes for the future. Strategizes for the future. Is going to analyze the data scientist, identifying the key patterns, recommendations for the future, strategizes for the future. He is going to perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, data recommendations he perform. Data analyst on the other side, just summarizing the data of the past. Summarizes and visualizes data of the past. So this data engineer does all the groundwork for this data scientist and data analyst. Data engineer does all the groundwork for this. More than around 60 to 70% of the data analysis work is done by the data engineers. All right. Data engineer, right? As compared with the ETL, a typical ETL developer, right? Data engineer as compared with the ETL developer should be able to work with all kind of data. Should be able to work with not only structured data, not only like structured data. Yes. Should be able to work with semi-structured, should be able to work with unstructured data, should be able to work not only this, he should be able to work with streaming data. A typical data engineer as compared with the ETL developer, he need to work with all kind of data. And also not only this, he should be able to work with NoSQL data. NoSQL, yes, not only SQL, NoSQL databases, streaming data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, structured data. Should be able to work with all file formats. All file formats. Like CSV, JSON, Parquet, XML, etc. So I was saying GCP, Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform, right? Yes. So I can say GCP is a computing service. It is a computing service. So that functions the same as the same infrastructure that is used for the other products, right? So GCP is a computing. It allows customers to have pass to have platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and serverless computes. Platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, serverless computing. So a GCP data engineer, it builds, maintains data pipelines using this Google Cloud. So if you talk, it designs, maintains the entire organization infrastructure, right? So if you talk a GCP data engineer, GCP data engineer ensures data quality, ensures data quality, optimizing data storage and processing, optimizing data storage and processing, right? Yes. See, generally data engineer means for data management. Data engineer is for data management, for data storage and data processing. So generally data scientist for data analysis predictions, data engineer for data storage and data processing. And also he is to collaborating with data scientist, monitoring data infrastructure and ETL. So ensures data quality, optimizing data storage, collaborating with data scientists, monitoring data structure, ETL, where they're going to collect data from different sources. Okay. So ETL, process of managing data, right? So what does a data engineer do means is it's a process of transforming raw data into useful format, which is then further analyzed by the other teams, cleansing, organizing, manipulating data, and using pipelines are key responsibilities of data engineer, right? Okay. Main key responsibilities: designing, building, and maintaining data pipelines. So data engineer main responsibilities like designing, building, and maintaining data pipelines, managing data storage. So you need to set up some cloud-based data storage solutions like BigQuery for analytical workloads, ensure data quality integrations, data validations, error checks, cleaning, accuracy, that is maintaining data accuracy, completeness, optimizing performance, fine-tuning this kind of SQL queries, collaborating with the data teams, I said, like data scientists, analysts, and also like business teams, right, to understand the data requirement, right? Yes. Data security is also major responsibility of this data engineer. He need to keep the data should be secure at each step of the process without any data leaks or data exposure. That is the main responsibility. Data monitoring, where data is available at each step of the process. Yes. So if I talk about the key GCP services, various GCP services. So we talk about cloud storage. For storing data, this for storing data. We have got many GCP products or services, we say. GCP products or services like cloud storage for storing data. We have got a BigQuery. We have got a BigQuery for fast querying. So for storage of large data sets. Okay. So for fast querying storage analysis of large data sets, we have got a data proc. For big data processing and analytics. Databricks, PySpark, Spark with Python and PySpark processing in GCP, right? We have got like a data flow. Cloud storage for storing data, BigQuery for fast querying storage analysis. Dataproc for big data processing analytics, Databricks for PySpark processing, Dataflow for stream and batch data processing, and also like we got the Cloud Composer. Apache Airflow. For automating and monitoring data pipelines. PubBarSub. PubBarSub. For messaging and data ingestion. Okay, for messaging and data ingestion, right? Yes. So various GCP products or services, these are the main thing: cloud storage, BigQuery, Dataproc, Databricks, Dataflow, Cloud Composer, and PubSub. If I talk, Google Cloud Platform is divided into this. Google Cloud Platform. Compute, storage, big data, machine learning. In the case of compute, again, subcategories. Compute, app engine, compute engine, container engine. I'll come back. In the case of storage, right? Yes. Cloud storage, Cloud SQL, big table, cloud data store. So if talk about storage, these are that cloud storage, cloud SQL, big table, cloud storage. And if talk about the big data, if we talk about the big data, see this BigQuery, PubSub, data flow, data flow, data proc, okay, mainly this BigQuery, PubSub, data flow, data proc. In machine learning, we have got Vision API, machine learning, speech API, translate API. Okay, mainly Google Cloud Platform into compute, storage, big data, machine learning. Again, in that, for cloud storage, we got cloud storage, cloud SQL, big table, cloud data store, right? Yes. App engine, compute engine, container engine, or even you can say cloud run. Cloud run. So cloud storage, cloud SQL, big table, okay, big data, data proc, data bricks, you can say, even you can say data bricks. Data flow, PubSub, BigQuery. Compute engine, if you talk about this compute engine, right? Yes. Large scale workloads, for large scale workloads. So this app engine for web applications, for building scalable web applications, mobile backends. Container engine for deploying containerized applications. Cloud run, fully managed compute, it's a compute service for the applications, for containerized applications running quickly and securely. Fine. Even we have also not cloud run, cloud functions also available, cloud functions. If I talk about this cloud storage, binary object data storage like images, media, backups, cloud SQL, right? Cloud SQL, right? For this kind of DBMS for e-commerce purpose. Big table. Big table is for the name itself saying for heavy read write operations, for heavy read write operations. Okay. Cloud data store for mobile web applications for these things. Yes. So once you can just check with this course content, you will get the total clarity, how brief, how depth will be going to this GCP data engineering, right? Yes. So these are the components. Module 1 like GCP data engineering fundamentals, Google Cloud Storage, GCS, Cloud SQL setting up a database, and BigQuery for building data warehouse, data proc for big data processing, Databricks for PySpark processing, data flow for Apache Beam development, Google Cloud Composer for orchestration, data fusion for the data integration service, da- data build tool, Airflow, and Terraform. So here, if you just check with this, right? Yes. Introduction to this Google Cloud Platform, overview of the cloud platform, GCP service, regions, IAM, identity and access management, building cost management, GCP data engineering fundamentals, data engineer roles and responsibilities, what is difference between the batch applications, where batch processing or real-time processing, data lake, data warehouse, ELT and ETL, getting started with choose GCP, Google Cloud Platform, signing with GCP account, using Google account, non-Gmail ID, how to overview of GCP projects and buildings, installing Google Cloud SDK, Google Cloud Shell. What are the various interfaces, how we interact with GCP? So console is there, Cloud Shell is there, Cloud SDK. We have got like a Cloud Console, Cloud Shell, and Cloud SDK, and also storage and databases in GCP, cloud storage, BigQuery, Cloud SQL, Firestore, and one by one I'll be discussing in brief about this GCS, Google Cloud Storage, setting up data lake, right? So how to create buckets, working with the buckets, what to store, how to store files within the buckets. So copying data from one bucket to another bucket, copying multiple files in this way, working with this Google Cloud Storage, setting up a Postgres database using Cloud SQL, right? Yes. So using Cloud SQL, how we set up a database. Generally, this Cloud SQL supports three kind of database engines, like MySQL it is supporting, Postgres, and SQL Server it is going to support. How we can configure these databases, right? And data ingestions and integrations like PubBar Sub, data flow, data proc, right? Data processing and transformations. If you come back, this data warehousing and analytics, we'll be discussing about a BigQuery, right? BigQuery schema partitioning, clustering, optimizations, BigQuery for building a data warehouse. These things you can just check with this. Data proc for big data processing, and also like ETL data pipelines using the data proc. Yes, Databricks PySpark processing in GCP. PySpark very high speed processing execution model for processing huge data at a very quick time, right? Yes. ETL pipelines using this data bricks. Integration of Spark on Dataproc and BigQuery. So you can just check with this course content. Data flow, Cloud PubBar Sub, Google Cloud Composer for data pipeline orchestration, data fusion, cloud functions, Terraform, data pipelines using data build tool, Airflow, and BigQuery, and also machine learning in GCP for data engineering, security monitoring and governance, real world GCP data engineering scenarios, right? Yes. So here we'll be building data pipelines to get data from multiple sources into data lake or data warehouse, then okay. Yes. Okay. So offerings from my side. You'll be getting each and every session video. Even if you miss any session, you can just go to the video and attend the next session for the better understanding. Soft copy of this class notes. Soft copy of this class notes. Assignments and tasks to work with. So a WhatsApp group for technical discussions where you can directly interact with me through this WhatsApp. Interview questions. Around 300 interview questions. So you can do the task along with me parallelly. Live interactive hands-on sessions. Okay. Plus, apart from this, DurgaSoft is offering, for example, as we will be using some prerequisites like Python is the prerequisite, MySQL is the, see that like databases like SQL is the prerequisites, right? So anyhow, just I'll be giving some syntaxes of Python. I'll be discussing about all the syntaxes of Python, but still it is, the DurgaSoft is providing Python videos access if you just to go through that prerequisites, right? Like around, and apart from this, it providing Python videos, MySQL videos, even Linux videos. So it is providing some videos, right, as a prerequisites. You can just to go to that Python, MySQL, and Linux. Even as part of the course, I'll be briefing you. Yes. So these are the offerings from my side. These are from DurgaSoft, right? So becoming a cloud data engineer, cloud. See the most powerful technologies which are in that, if it in the current industry, right? Data engineering, data science, and AI are the two things which are running today. So becoming a cloud engineer now, it is the correct time. Cloud computing like and data engineering skills are increasingly in demand, and more companies are digitalizing their solutions to transform. They get into this. Okay. Top companies, if you talk companies, right? And according to the pay scales also, data engineers has got the highest average salaries as closely as this data scientist. Even if you see the two highest paying jobs today, if you see data scientist and data engineer jobs, right? So even if you see a lot of the companies like they're offering high paying jobs for these data engineers with huge salary packages. So yes, in this, in here, in this course, right, we'll be discussing about each and everything in brief, in depth, right? So the duration of this course will be for 12. It's a weekend batch. It is a weekend batch. It will be for 12 weekends, right? It will be for 12 weekends. So 2.5 hours on Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday, right? It will be 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. Fine. It goes for 12 weekends. Okay. So tomorrow also everyone can attend the session, same time at 6 o'clock to see the more discussion on this. So meanwhile, if you got any queries, you can just go ahead with your queries, right? If you got any.
Yeah, Vijay, I have a question.
Yes.
So, do we need to purchase a GCP account for hands-on and tasks?
See, no. Don't go for that. You need to go for free account. Okay, if it is providing free account for this practice purpose, everything. Don't go for any paid account, pay as you go versions. Go with free. I will just demonstrate all those things. You will be getting 3 months access, right? Free account you'll be getting. You can just work on it freely. No need to, but just it will ask for the credit card informations, those things, but it won't detect anything from that. Just 2 rupees to detect. Again, it is going to refund for that. So it is going to provide services that data engineering product services, right? What we'll be using, you'll be getting 3 months free access to those. We can work with those. You can go with free version. No need to go with pay as you go. Step by step, I will be demonstrating where you can create that free accounts parallelly, right? I'll be showing you step by step where everyone can do parallelly how to get the free account, right?
Okay.
Right. So great demand for this cloud data engineers. Okay, GCP today, like GCP data engineers got a great boom in this industry, right? GCP and Azure both have got a high demand. Azure data engineer or GCP data engineer, right? Fine. Step by step we'll be doing, and you people can do the things parallel along with me during the sessions, the things practical parts, so that you will get total exposure to the tool and the tasks. So you can just check with this course content, compare with other training sites. In brief, in depth, we'll be discussing about this. Like, so we'll be discussing couple of
Vijay.
we will be discussing couple of projects also, right? Yes.
Vijay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, is there any placement support like once we complete the?
See, Ajit, right? Yes. See, in this course, around 12 weekends will be spending. In brief, in depth, will be performing many working examples. With that, you will get great demand. If you go to the any interview process, definitely you can go through that process. That much command you will be getting means at a typical 3+4+ years of experience percent. How much knowledge? That much of knowledge you will be gaining during this course. And means
And
you'll be getting great command at the end of this course. You can get to the interview process easily.
like when the classes will be starting, like on timing on every weekend.
Okay, so tomorrow also you can go with. I'll be just handling this session. Means it will be continuation to. It's not replication or duplication, right? Tomorrow we'll be continuing from where we have stopped. But from next Saturday onwards, we are going to start with the things. So next Saturday, the link will be changing. You need to get enrolled for getting the link for you'll be added to the WhatsApp groups. You'll be getting the videos daily basis, notes, everything, assignments, tasks. So from next week onwards, it will be start. Next Saturday onwards, it is going to start. Yes. So the timing will be the same.
Saturday,
So
yeah, 6 to 8 it
yeah,
will be
6 to
said, right?
yes, 6 to 8 will be the timing.
Okay. And one
Fine.
more thing, Vijay, like I am working as a AWS support engineer. Till now,
Mm,
I'm a support,
mm, mm,
like around 4 years support. Is
mhm,
it any like I have changed to company. Here also I'm working as a support.
mhm.
Like I will get any guidance to change my resume, like building once we complete the course.
That I'll be helping you out at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can give it as a 2 years or like associate GCP data engineer like that, or like what position I
Yes.
can go it for.
Yes, everything I'll be guiding you at that. I'll be taking some 1 or 2 sessions on that. You can just at the end I'll be discussing about those, right? So, but that knowledge what you are going to gain is a typical 3+ years experience person. How much knowledge you are going to get that much. So we'll be doing it nothing theoretical. Everything will be practical oriented, right? First for the first 2 or 3 sessions, I'll be discussing about those products or the services, but later everything will be practical only. Okay. So only thing is, and just interacting in the sessions during the sessions, whether your answers are correct or wrong, keep interacting. You will be kept in unmuted status, interaction from both the sides. Not like other training sites, like at last 15-20 minutes, you will be unmuted and giving that. From the start of the session to the end of the session, at any point you can ask query, you can interact, you can respond for the queries. The sessions will be interactive, and you can do parallelly along with me. I'm saying right, the tasks. So sometimes I'll be extending the sessions. I'll be taking some extra sessions to work with more examples, right? Sometimes even I'll extend with 3 hour sessions, 3.5 hour sessions will be there when we keep going with the practicals, right? It's yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because like GCP and data engineer concepts also very new to us.
So everything from the scratch onwards, from the ground level, everything I'll be discussing step by step. Even the notes will be very much clear. Even if you miss any session also, as these are the weekends, if people miss any session, immediately the recording will be available, right? You can go through, and if you got any queries you can ask. And people for the student, if any queries, any doubts, you can, if you get any errors, right, you can take the snap of that error and post in the WhatsApp group. Anybody in the group can answer. I'll be answering it. So for that errors, anything, no need to wait until the next week, right, for their query to get clarified. You can just the WhatsApp group interaction technically, right, with that. Fine. Fine.
One more question I have, Vijay.
Yes, yes.
What kind of certification can you go for after this data engineering?
Yes, yes. About the certifications also, I'll be taking couple of sessions, right? And how your performance will be measured, and what are the things they'll be asking, how the questions, everything I'll be taking couple of sessions. Fine.
Okay.
So that everything you will be briefing you, right? Yes. Fine. So tomorrow we'll be continuing more discussion on this, continuity to this. So tomorrow just I'll be entering to that some little technical side. So it won't look very complex, right? We are not going to write huge tasks here or this codings here. So some basic Python knowledge, basic SQL knowledge, these things are required, and some basic Spark that I'll be guiding you. I'll be discussing about this Apache Spark. These things required, everything we'll be discussing. Fine. So if I'm done with the queries, if there are no other queries, I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time at 6 o'clock with the same link. Fine. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, sir. Thank you.